Good go, okay. Yeah, I'd like to call the Finance Audit Tender Administration Committee meeting to order, December 3rd, 2025, 12 o'clock, City Hall. We have all our committee here and some staff. Councillor Bernard is calling in, is on the line. Thank you, Terry, for making that arrangement and accommodation. Okay, we'll order of business. Number one, called order, and we're okay with that one. And number two, are there any declarations of conflict of interest? I'm not seeing any. None with Terry. And number three is approval of agenda. Moved.
Second.
Moved and
Second it.
Mayor Brown, seconded Deputy Mayor Yankoff, thank you. And number four, the approval of the previous draft minutes of the November 5th, 2025 meeting. Moved.
Second.
Moved by Mayor Brown, seconded by Deputy Mayor Yankoff, thank you. Number five, are there business arising from those minutes? Councillor Bernard?
No, I'm good.
All right, thank you for that, we're good. Boys, you're kind of breezing right along. Number six, discussion reports. In your package that you received, we've got 6A and B. 6A, we have Tim Mamie, our fire chief here. There's a budget item here or a transfer request that Tim is going to speak to, I guess, and we'll see what discussion, if any, comes out of this request from Chief Tim. Go ahead, Tim.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, the transfer request is for capital items from capital line 5427, which is fast rescue craft. We'd like to transfer that to the account of 5408 small equipment in our capital budget. There are a couple of reasons for that. One is the last few years with supply and demand, some of the equipment that we've ordered and required hasn't been able to deliver last year, for instance, and that we've been able to pick up this year. So the costs have increased for some of our capital small equipment. And the other reason is the money allocated for the fast rescue cast is not going to be spent this fiscal year. That was just for propulsion replacement on the boat, and the boat is now out of service. So that money, rather than, which was already allocated or reallocated as city funds for the emergency department. This will help our emergency procurement costs that we've had difficulty with the last couple of years, get our equipment in. It'll avoid any service level disruptions with some of our small equipment, and it'll avoid the potential for any on-scene failures with some of our equipment that's reaching end life or maintenance issues, like some of our thermal imagers, a few of our gas monitors. They're requiring constant replacement here as they're getting a lot of use with a lot of staff using them. This reallocation also maximizes the city investment, as the money was already appropriated for the fire. It immediately benefits to the public safety. It's efficient use of our allocated resources, and it reduces some long-term costs through the timely replacement of some of our mission critical equipment. Hopefully that sums up the request.
Right, thank you for that, Tim.
Terry has his hand raised.
Pardon me?
Terry has his hand raised.
Yeah, Terry?
Yeah, thank you. I'm just wondering, I was reading somewhere earlier where, so when we talked about this, Tim, in the past, budgeting for this rescue craft, memory serves me right, it was around 400,000 to purchase this craft, correct?
Yes, that's correct, Councilor Bernard.
And I understand there was conversations between you and the CAO, the CAO trying to get some funding from the federal government, which I think is a great idea. But it seems to make sense to me if we can, any incidents that happen out on the Hillsborough Bridge, I assume that we respond a lot quicker than any federal government. I don't even know if the federal government, is the Coast Guard even down there to respond? I don't know. But I wonder if we should be, pardon me?
That would be RCMP's jurisdiction during the full year, but
So I guess two questions. So two questions, Tim. Does the RCMP have a boat ready to go? And if they do, why do we need one?
They have two boats, Councilor Bernard. They have two boats, the RCMP does, but they could be anywhere on the island at any time. They're not Charlottetown centric. They could be wherever required across the island. So that's the reason for the in-harbor support that we've provided through the years.
So I wonder, is there any conversation to be had with the federal government over downloading that particular service to the city of Charlottetown? And if they download that, to bring the money along for us to buy a safety boat, rescue boat?
I guess, Brad, would you be able to confirm?
Yeah.
Like, I guess one of the
Yeah.
pet peeves I have, one of the issues I have is the different levels of government have their different responsibilities laid out. And sometimes we cross those lines to get into someone else's area of responsibility. And it ends up costing the taxpayers money, which really it shouldn't, because it's laid out and what the responsibilities are for each level of government. We don't go hire doctors, we don't go hire nurses, because that's not our responsibility. And if the waterways is the federal government responsibility, but they're spread too thin, then download Charlottetown to us and send the money along with it so we can buy a proper safety boat, is my thought. Is that a possibility?
CAO, Brett?
Yeah, thank you, Chair, through to Council Bernard. Terry, I think your comments are very valid there. That's the exact kind of conversation I had with MP Sean Casey. You know, we want to be responsible partners, you know, our proximity to the harbor here. And this, the public expectation that we will not stand by when people are you know, in harm's way or at risk.
Right.
But, you know, we don't wanna, you know, we feel that, you know, if we are to be that responsible partner, that should come with compensation. And either that's a transfer of responsibilities or a subsidy
Exactly.
from the feds. And I will keep pushing to try to get a response on that. I did bring it up to him in a personal meeting and, but, you know, if you, as you're probably aware, there's been a lot going on federally too, and so, but I will continue to try to make inroads there.
No, and I appreciate that, Brad.
Yeah.
I do. And I know this is an important issue for the fire department. I mean, those guys are well trained to save lives, not watch them go down.
Yeah.
I just think that it's one of those things that is not listed as our responsibility, but they'd like us to do it, then yeah, we should get compensated for it. So perfect. Glad those are ongoing, and the best of luck with those conversations. And if council can help by any means, just let us know. We appreciate that.
I appreciate that, and we'll certainly keep committee updated on any response or updates there.
So,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
yeah, Mr. Chair, so just going back to what Fire Chief Maney said, so the 100,000 that was set aside in the budget was for repairs, right?
That was for the propulsion, new engine.
Right, so you got a new engine.
No, the
You're
boat
not-
without a service, there's
It's-
no opportunity to purchase this
The
year.
the boat's not,
Not-
it's not functional anymore.
That's right, out of service at this point.
Because I think we bought it back in early 2000, like it goes back many,
Oh, yeah.
many years ago.
That's right.
Right. So, and then we're buying equipment with this
With that money.
100,000.
Money, equipment that we've been struggling to get the last few years that we're getting delivery of and we need the cost to increase.
Right, right. So Saturday night, I was part of the, along with the chair, Councilor Mackler, we were participating in the Charlottetown Christmas Parade, which was a big success. And I spoke to two fire departments. North River Fire Department, who was also, I think, towing their rescue craft, and so was New Glasgow. And I spoke to the firefighters from New Glasgow, and I said, who's providing funding for you out in the North Shore? No one. We do it as a service. North River, I didn't ask, because I didn't get to speak to them. But when you said the Mounties, the RCMP have two rescue response crafts,
They have two boats.
where are they at right now? They're not in the water.
No, they wouldn't be,
Not
they'd
the
either
one.
be up at L Division or they would be somewhere else deployed across the island.
Yeah, so could we find out, is there one up in L Division all the time?
Depending on their commitment, I could find out, your worship, but
I-
their boat configuration would be different from ours as well. It's not a rescue craft, it's a response craft in regards to.
Oh, so it's not rescue, response means it can just go out and check out a situation.
Respond to it and provide that police
Right,
presence.
but they're not able to make
They're not out there to do-
rescues and
On the
administer.
water, they would do whatever they could, of course.
Right.
But we would have a different configuration on the boat. They wouldn't have a fire pump, they wouldn't have any of the rescue equipment that we would carry.
And our rescue craft did have, a fire rescue craft had the pump,
Yes.
everything to
All the equipment.
extinguish a fire and?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I know that we're looking at Summerside, they have 2 rescue crafts, City of Summerside. But they also operate the Summerside Yacht Club. Purchased that along with the Curling Club, they own that now.
Oh, the
So-
city, yes, yeah.
Yeah, so they have a responsibility for not just the yacht club, but they're taking the responsibility of the Summerside Harbor. Like, we have to find out, like, does it really matter whose responsibility is right now? Someone has a mishap off the Hillsborough Bridge, like, someone has to get out there and rescue the person, the persons, or
Our close proximity usually is to 3 fire department dispatches for anything on the water in the harbor or.
right,
or
so
in
that's
relation-
Stratford,
Stratford,
North River.
and
Charlotte.
ourselves.
right.
And along with any RCMP that may be in or inshore Coast Guard during the summer.
And does Stratford have a fire rescue boat?
They did.
Okay.
They recently purchased one with some help from the grants from, I think it's small municipalities of provincial, I forget the terminology.
Right, okay, but they're also a private company.
They are, which is different again.
So,
But this transfer is not leading to a boat
No,
purchase or anything.
this keeps coming up because
Yes,
I'm,
so could I just, for my own understanding, Chief, maybe at whatever, at a high level, we've been talking about for the last couple of years, or budget years that I've been around, about purchasing, or we've got money in a budget for up to 400,000 for
Yes,
safety craft, or is that right, basically?
yes.
And that kinda hasn't happened, and this 100,000 that we're talking about is related to that craft, is that correct?
This 100,000 was put in the budget for the replacement of just the 2 motors that were on our existing rescue craft.
Okay,
But the rescue craft itself is now not serviceable, so we can't buy the replacement motors for it. So this money, the way we can access it and be able to spend it, it was where we need it, and we're over budget right now in our small equipment budget line because of the
it'll go
equipment.
yeah.
Yes,
and we're still gonna need,
new budget year.
we're still gonna need 400,000 for a number.
We'll
for
talk
this.
about that in the new budget year, yes, Chair.
And we're, as CAO has shared, we're still maybe looking for maybe partners in that possibly, in terms of funding.
One way,
That's
shape, or form.
Well, if I could just end, Mr. Chair, I think that we had the Capital Region Mayors meetings, and we do have issues that we wanna work with our sister communities, Stratford and Cornwall. Regional water, wastewater utility, transit, which is, the capital area transit system is working very well. Looking at some planning, policing, but emergency measures or emergency management organization is part of that too. So we could look at what can we do as a region and coordinate that, rather than have 3 departments with 3 crafts and not communicating with each other. There has to be, there has to be a regional command that takes control of this, or not take control, but oversees the management of it. And I think that's where we have to look at, because the West River is in the backyard of the town of Cornwall, and then East River is in the backyard of Stratford. And our bay is where we're responsible, so let's coordinate it and then, 3 of us can approach for federal funding, or whatever funding's out there. But I think we have to deal with it. This keeps going on the books, chief, every year, and we just keep kicking that can down the road. Did you want?
Terry had his hand up.
Oh,
but-
okay.
Yeah, no, I was gonna-
Councilor Bernard?
Yeah, I was just gonna end up with, the mayor made a statement there that we have to help people in trouble, and we do, and we have.
Yeah.
So that's not the issue that I have, and that's why I say the firefighters are well trained to be able to get out there and help them. I just think that, if it's not listed as a city responsibility, we don't mind doing it, but make an arrangement with the federal government so we can compensate it to buy the proper equipment, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's what should happen,
All 3 of us.
thanks.
Well, and I don't think this comment will escape anybody, in the meantime, if anyway, if the worst happens, right, then you have some kind of major
Put together.
issue in the harbor and that leads to worst case scenario, there's, the loss of life and then, where, anyways, somebody, wears it and we're probably gonna be pointing fingers at us, so, yeah, it does have to get, resolved.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We'll put it on the
So one,
agenda.
one,
We'll put it on the agenda for the next capital area mayor's meeting to say, look, come on, let's try to get a joint plan here. We're still waiting for Stratford to go, I think.
but I just have one more question, and it would be directed to Tim if I could.
go ahead, Counselor.
Tim, if there was an issue today and we don't have a boat, who responds?
Both Crossroads and North River would both get the call right now, and depending on the type of emergency, the RCMP would as well. And we do have mutual aid agreements with our neighboring fire departments, like Stratford
Okay.
and North River, for both vehicles and for boats as well. Anything we need from each other, we are there to support. So that's been understood and negotiated, and we've been communicating all the way through as well.
I mean, it's,
Perfect. So it's covered. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
it's a busy harbor.
It certainly can be, especially in the summer.
Okay, Counselor or Deputy Mayor.
I don't think I have anything more to add. Councillor Bernard and his worship pretty well covered it. I definitely agree with, we don't wanna kick the can down the road, but in the same sense, we also have a long list of responsibilities as a municipality, and adding additional downloaded services from other levels of government might not send a good message either. But I'd certainly like to see some resolution for the chief and for, going forward. And I think the mayor had a really good point, if it could be like a shared service between the CAO has always talked about the importance of shared service, so, yeah. But today I'm certainly prepared to move the budget transfer for his chief,
Second.
which is what he was here today to do, yep.
Much appreciated.
All right, all in favor, you good, Counselor Bernard?
I am. Thank you.
All right, good, thank you, thank you,
Thank you very
Tim.
much, Chair, Deputy Mayor, Mayor, Councilor Bernard, CAO, Nancy, Isaac.
Yep.
Hey, Chris, you open? Thanks, everyone.
Okay. 6B, updated in matters of interest, and, just before, pass off to Isaac, like to, this would be your first, I guess, kinda official, engagement with Finance Committee,
On the hot seat,
hope things,
on the hot seat, all eyes on the hot seat.
Hope things are going well, maybe you can, not to put you on the spot, but maybe you can share with us, what the experience has been like and what you've been doing since you've been assistant manager, is it? And then, you can take us to, your report.
Thank you, Your Lordship. Mr. Chair, thank you, and thank you, councillors. Yes, it's been an interesting experience. For me, I would say that most of this is not new to me because my previous role afforded me the opportunity to be in similar roles. The only new stuff is perhaps the council meetings. I always used to be the board of trustees meetings and then of course the main board. So it's been pretty new. The experience has been awesome. A lot of issues and development, but I believe that with the collective support of the team, we are capable of navigating through the challenges. And so far, it's been so good. I've received a lot of support from the entire city of Charlottetown, the finance department, and we asked for the tax, and we will be capable. We are capable of doing what we can to bring the situation to normalcy. So far, it's been so good. I would say.
Thank you. All right, and then, if, just on your report, are there any, anything you wanna add or wanna share in addition to what's in print here?
Yes, maybe a little add-on to what I have in print, maybe on the billing issue, water and sewer billing. Yeah, so far we've been able to upload all the payments that we've done, with the exception of some EFT payments which we are still uploading. The key challenge we encountered had to be with the property movement. And these numbers are about our 196 properties. Unfortunately, due to the vacuum created based on the strike, a lot of the lawyers and property owners did not complete the forms that were supposed to be completed by providing the relevant information. So it made the movement quite difficult, and we noticed that that is slowing us down. If we are to do the reconciliation and getting them, some do not even have contacts to reach out to the new property owners. So that was a challenge, and we are working with a tight timeline because we need to get the revenue from the billing. So we decided that we will flag those 196 properties and then issue bills to the vast majority of our customers, and then later attend to those 196 properties, which will be one at a time, which will take some time. So that is what we are doing now. We've managed to flag all the 196 properties. One other challenge that we encountered was that during the strike, I think we ran some estimated billing, cycle 2 and 3, that is 1 and 2, cycles 1 and 2, we ran some estimated billings for them. And the system somehow also automatically generated some estimated billings for cycles 3, 4, and 5. So because we initiated the 1 and 2, we posted it. And for that, we decided that we will let it stay and then manage it. The 3, 4, and 5, we spoke with our service providers, that is SpryPoint, and they said they can go back into the system. They will consult the developer for them to see how best they can delete that, because that was not initiated by us. And so that is what they are working on. As at yesterday, when I had a meeting with them, they've been able to finally remove all of them, and we asked them to replicate it in production. So we do the test run, and then when everything is perfect, then we do the actual run in the system production. And as at yesterday noon, we confirmed, we did a test run in the test environment, everything was okay. And we asked them to replicate it in the production environment. And so that is what they are working on. Once they are done, we have already initiated the files for the reading of the bills for December cycle. Once that is done, we will send for November as well. And we are working within the technicians, hoping that at least by 3rd week in December, our bills will go out. That is the timelines we are working with now. So far on the billing side, I think we are on track now.
All right.
Isaac, can you, to the chair, sorry, can you just add some context on how many, like there is some back billing, but there is a large percentage of users that kept up with their water bills?
Yeah.
Can you put a percentage on that?
I don't have the numbers for now, but at least what I know is that for the cycle 1 and 2, we have about 500 people or customers that we send bills to. We didn't send the hard copy bills, but those who have access to e-bill were able to see their bills, and then some even made payments to that. So for that one, we decided that we will let it stay. And so we are going to run 0 bills once the readings come for that one, and we'll do the offset. So whether they have paid or not paid, we will do the knock-off against their actual reading for November. And then the net is what they are going to actually be paying. So that is what, and then of course the 3, 4, 5, they are the main customers. There are many, and that is what we are seeking to send out. But I can check the numbers and then submit that to council, the meeting committee.
Okay, thank you.
So, Mr. Chair, we've been with Spry Point now 5 years?
2022.
2022, yeah.
3 years. Customers all over Canada, the US, based out of here in Charlottetown. Do we have 12,000 customers? Do you know what the customer base is?
Yes, 12,000, but I think when I check the active customer population, that's about 10,000. Those that we actually send bills to, that's
Oh,
about
10,000
10,000
active.
Yes. Yes.
And with Spry Point and their e-billing, there's what, 1,700 that are in that system?
Do
you know?
Yes, so that's about 2,000.
It's up to 2,000.
2,000,
Okay.
yeah.
Like, can Spry help us to get more customers into e-billing? Because e-billing, you don't need someone at a desk or at a cashier kiosk. It's, you just do it all online. I'd like to know what they're doing in other jurisdictions. It would make it easier for you and easier for the city.
CAO, maybe wants to say something on
Yeah.
that, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely, Worship. Isaac and I actually had this conversation earlier today, and it's something that we brought up through the Innovation Task Force too. We have a lot of connection points with the public. We're not maximizing those enough
Right.
to get them to sign up for billing. So we have to through through this innovation task force, we're hoping that can be one of the outcomes, because there's a lot of efficiencies, not just in time, but in money too, that can be realized by increasing the number of people that take advantage. And plus, the more people that do online payments, the cheaper our transaction fees become.
So would I be right in maybe assuming that the people that are doing the e-thing so far, it's just been an incoming thing? There hasn't been
It's voluntary.
voluntary, right?
Yeah.
Like, hasn't been any kind of campaign on our end to reach out?
Initially there was. Initially when we kicked it
Yeah.
off.
But through our public engagements and through other contact points that we have with the public, I think there's more to be done in making them aware.
Yeah.
Or maybe even incentivizing them somehow.
Yes.
To
Yeah.
take part.
Campaign?
Yeah.
Some kind. Councillor Bernard?
Yeah, I just want to check on something. I might have heard wrong. I know when Isaac was explaining there, did I hear Isaac say that they're going to send out some bills that showed nothing is owed, and then rebill in the new year of what they owe? Did I hear that right?
All right, Mr. Chair, so let me offer some clarity here. So what the situation is that the cycle 1 and 2 that were run on estimate, that has already been sent to customers through the
Okay.
e-billing. And so customers, let's say about 100 customers are aware that I was billed, let's say $200 for the month of, say, August. And we are going to run in November with their actual meter reads. So if the actual meter reads based on November reading says that your bill is, say, $300, what we are saying is that with the $100 that was sent to you based on estimate, we are going to do a knockoff. So your net will be the 300 less the 100 that was sent earlier on. And then if you have paid the 100, you are going to pay 200. If you have not paid the 100,
Okay.
if you are not paid 100, and then your actual read says that it is 300, we are saying that yes, the 100 that was sent to you was your estimated bill. Now your actual bill for the period is 300, so you are paying the 300.
Okay. I thought you were saying there was going to be a bill sent out. It showed nothing, and then a bill following that showed what you owe. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah. Okay, thank you. And I am, by the way, on the electric billing, and I find it fantastic. It's the best way to go.
Yeah, I mean, I pay mine. I pay
Are you on,
water
are
and
you with
sewer.
Spry Point, are you a customer, are you a part of the Spry Point database?
Well, I just paid my water and sewer. I went online and paid my bill.
No, this is done from your account, right? You set up an account with, it's just.
It's automatic.
So once we're able to get our customers to at least provide their emails, right, then we can send their bills to them electronically. And Mr. Chair, a little analysis I did, we are spending quite amount on the actual billing that we print out. Because assuming that we even pay per customer $1 for postage, I mean, that is exclusive of paper, toner, envelope. And assuming you are costing that also $1, it means you are spending $2 per customer. And if you multiply by our 10,000 active customers, that's about 20,000 per billing cycle. And these monies we can actually save if we can even get 50% of our customers on e-billing. So the discussion I had with CAO is for us to be conscious and deliberate in driving some campaign to incentivize some of our customers, at least for them to know that it's in their own interest for us to be able to serve them better. Because once you can access your bill electronically, it is easier, it is faster, it is more efficient for you. Wherever you have visibility of how much you owe. And for us, I think it will
That's
help
what I
us.
don't have.
Yeah.
I'm getting a paper bill in the mail.
Right.
I'm paying it electronically, but I could get my bill electronically.
Wait, but are you paying it with your Visa? Yeah, so you're getting points.
But you can do that
No,
online.
I'm taking it in, I'm paying it, whatever, online debit, like you're, anyway.
Okay.
So Chair, what would it take to incentivize you to go even?
Well, no, just what's going on here, under communication on it.
I don't get a paper bill.
So you're through Spry Point?
I have no idea. I just know that they have my credit card information and my bill gets paid.
That would be through SpryPoint.
It is,
That's
yeah,
true,
okay,
SpryPoint, yeah.
okay.
But I don't know
I
if it
don't,
got
I
paid
don't get
during
a,
the, I don't know if it got paid during the strike though.
You probably didn't get one issued during the strike because no one was in office to
And
issue
then
it.
I know that there was a mix-up for about 3 different payments. I noticed it didn't come off my credit card, so then
Yeah.
I had to go and there was a complete colossal downstairs, but they fixed it. But yeah, but it could have been my fault, cause maybe they didn't have the right expiry date, so I'm not blaming anyone, but yeah, I don't get a bill.
We're not
It's
blaming
great. I think it's great. Yeah, I guess I get points on my credit card. I wasn't even thinking of that.
The reason I bring that up,
Yep.
if you go down to Maritime Electric, you can't pay with your credit, you can, but you pay the 3%.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You pay their 3%.
We don't even have to talk.
And, but I know some people that are collecting points, including Lori Devine. That's why, they pay everything with their card. So we're allowing, Spry Point allows you to have your card,
Yeah.
your Visa, MasterCard, or with Councillor McAleer, Gold, American Express. I think that's what people have to know, and if we can't do that, then, we have to rethink what we wanna do. But you're saying it's all through Visa, MasterCard? That's what we have to promote. Like, you get 20% already. You get 2,000 of 10,000 that are used it. You wanna bring it up to 50%, 5,000.
At least, yeah, starts from somewhere. So again, we want to look at the whole thing holistically. Currently, what we have is that it is only credit cards. So it's only customers who provided credit cards that are being able to do the pre-authorized payment. And that we are also looking at that to move it from credit cards to checking account, where we can get pre-authorized into the checking account. Because with a credit card, what we have also noticed when I was looking at the numbers, we noticed that in terms of payment, it's not consistent. And just like Councillor said, credit card has expiry dates. And so if you set up your credit card and then it expires, the automatic payment stops unless you go in there to perhaps reactivate your new credit card. But when you use a checking account, so long as there is funds in the account and you have pre-authorized, we can easily get our payment. And so we are having that conversation also with paymenters who are the ones managing the pre-authorized collection from Spry Point for us.
Councillor Bernard?
yeah, I mean, I've been on electronic payment for quite a few years now. and I know this started when I was on it. It was through Richard. Now I don't know if it's Spry Point or not, but I can tell you I do not get a paper bill, but I do get an electronic bill, and I do have to authorize the payment every time I get the bill. It just has the last four numbers of my credit card and the expiry date, and so it's not automatic for me. It's just a matter of once I get the bill to approve it, and it's usually on my credit card. So I will get I do get the points. Would I be interested in going to a checking account? Not a little bit, personally. Anyway, just my 5 cents.
Okay, I think we're
We're good.
good on that.
Yeah, I think it's great, Isaac, really good job there on it, and you know, we need to find out if Spry Point can help us promote this amongst all our users, including Lori Devine and Philip Brown, to go online and just get I think we still get the paper bill.
Yes, yes.
And
But because it's electronic bill through Spry Point, we still have to interloop that with water and wastewater staff to allow that billing to go through, is that correct? Okay,
Yeah, the staff at the desk actually do the processing of the bills. So they hit the button to actually generate the
so
bills.
Spry Point is just the
Application.
application, oh, I thought they were part of it.
No, no, it's the
Okay.
application.
It's just the
where we go
software.
in, so, yeah,
It's
it's
just-
a
Hey,
software.
Paymentus is the back end on the financial part.
What's that?
Paymentus is. so-
Oh, okay,
That's what I was,
Thank you for the
you
clarity.
mentioned, Chair, so Paymentus is the common denominator, whether it's parking tickets or water and sewer bills. And so our transactions, you know, the kind of point to point with the customers with them. And so that's based on volume. And so the more transactions we put through or line, then the cheaper each transaction becomes for the city. So regardless of what the front end is.
okay.
Mr. Chair,
thank you for that. Is there anything further on updated items?
just a little, so, I just wanted to add that we do, understand that we cannot do away with the paper bill entirely. Because looking at the demographics of our customer base, most are aged and are not that, IT or technology savvy. So they still want to rely on the hard copy bill, so we acknowledge that concern. But we are working towards at least getting a greater percentage of our customers on the electronic side, which will benefit our objective. Thank you.
Okay,
Just one more question for Isaac.
Yes, sir.
Isaac, the public does have the ability, I believe, to add it to their bills online if they wish to. They're not through their banking. They want to add water and sewer bill.
They can pay it through their online banking, yes.
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Thanks.
So just on again with the water and wastewater. This disruption over the last 100+ days, it has had an effect on the audit, correct? Is that my understanding? Is that what you were saying earlier?
On the audit?
Getting everything into the auditors for our audit for this year's, are we still,
Not directly, not directly.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay. You're,
Our
everything
audit was actually impacted by some reconciliation issues.
from
Payroll-
24-25
payroll,
fiscal
yeah,
year,
payroll
which is what the
issues,
audit
yeah,
will be
and
based
audit,
on.
yeah.
Okay. And could I just ask on page 15, Isaac? It's the just tenders, RFQs update. We've just been waiting some time for this one, the reconciliation roadmap, phase 1. Do you know what stage? I know it's closed. 5 bids have been submitted. Be nice to see if we can get something forthcoming.
With your permission, I will have to dig and then
Yeah,
get some
If you
information.
don't mind, I know that it's part of our truth and reconciliation process.
Okay, sir.
and yeah, if we could just briefly, CAO Brad, and I know it's whatever updated items, and I know you're our finance, we're handicapped with staff and managers and personnel, and we've got an audit that, I know, you know, you're trying to get facilitated, and I believe it says in our package, you know, an extension, and then we're, you know, we're embarking down a budgeting process, and again, I know, I just, with the personnel handicaps, and I just wonder how you're best managing, and any comments or information you wanna share with us on both those?
Yeah, well, certainly, you know, I wanna, you know, give a little bit of a shout out to our finance team who's endured through a lot of challenges. You know, we have engaged MRSB also to support us in areas we need, help in year-end roll-up, and to support Isaac and his team as we you know, gear up for the budget. Our financial audit statements are in progress now, and we're hoping to get them before council before our December 12th deadline, which would mean you know, scheduling another meeting of the finance committee and council, likely on the 12th, Chair, to meet that deadline. So we are working with our partners right now and we fully, you know, expect to be able to meet those deadlines at this time, but
Yep.
you know, we're in the process, so. But overall, you know, it hasn't been without its challenges, but you know, again, but we are meeting our demands and challenges.
And I think you well, no, you know, you did share with me, I believe, and I think, I'm not sure if it says as much in our package, but on the advertisement for our finance manager, we've, I think that's been extended, has it?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
terms of, it's, you know, not a world, I guess, where there's, you know, an abundance of that sort of talent and skill set available, so.
Yeah, we felt it prudent to extend the deadline and engage a professional recruiting team to help us identify the best candidates.
Yeah, and I think, you know, these are strategic hires and, you know, important, and if it means, personally, I don't know how the committee's got any other comments on it, but I just think that's a good decision, and as opposed to, you know, there's been, you know, a lot of turnover with, you know, with our finance department in the last few years, and hopefully, you know, take time here and get that position filled.
And thank goodness we have Isaac.
And these are completely our CAO's decisions to make, right, for picking in a recruiting firm and things like that. It's great to get the update though, but that would be, like, that council doesn't really get involved in the hiring of your finance manager or director, do we? I don't think so.
No.
But it's great to get the update,
Yeah,
for sure,
yeah.
thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that takes us to 7, introduction of new business.
None.
And then that takes us to 8, adjournment.
Moved.
Mayor Brown, seconded by Deputy.
Second it.
Thank you guys, thank you.
Thank you, Terry, Councilor Merritt.
Thank you. Okay, buddy.